information of our retailers and restaurants.
Wheeling Coin and Hobby on 10th Street in Wheeling, next to the Bridge Tavern in downtown Wheeling, wants to buy any and all unwanted gold and silver jewelry. They are paying top dollar for 10, 14, 18, and 22 karat gold plus 925 sterling silver. They also want to buy collectible coins and paper money from before 1933. Wheeling Coin and Hobby is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Coin and Hobby, 304-232-8430, and add them on Facebook.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Monday, mostly cloudy skies, a daytime high in the low 40s. Will fall to about 26 for the overnight low under partly cloudy skies. Clouds, limited sunshine around for your Tuesday with highs in the low 40s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
Sometimes it just turns out that way. Oh, Monday morning, you gave me no warning.
Can't trust that day. I don't trust any day. How do you like that? Bill DeFabio here. Much, much, much better mood today than I was Friday after I lost my good friend that I worked with for 40 years in Washington. All right, it's amazing how a lot of my friends from Pittsburgh, most of them retire. They get real smart when they get, later in age, they retire. Me, I'll probably die in this chair or at home doing some interviews or whatever because I like to talk. But they appreciated the fact that, especially the news director at KDKA, the Big Stick as they call themselves, reminded me that anytime they needed something from Washington County or Greene County, they could always depend on Jim Jefferson to help. Jim always lent a helping hand. And I remember when I became the PD at ESPN, I said to Jim, Jim, we have a good news director here, but we can find a job for you, pays well, union, scale. He goes, Bill, I'm very happy where I am. And he was there for almost 40 years. And I was there with him for about 38, 40 years. But yes, Friday was difficult. I'm glad, we had to line up a lot of guests, so I didn't have to do a whole lot of talking. And the tears are gone. As long as I'm alive, Jim Jefferson's spirit will always be with me. But I'm in a decent mood. And a lot on my plate today. The legend is with us. Just a reminder, the Cleveland Browns on national television tonight. So we ask you to turn down the sound on your TV set and listen to the game starting at 8 o'clock right here on the Watchdog airwaves. The Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Who do I like? I think Cleveland can win at home. But I'm not an odds maker, and, I don't spend a whole lot of time with numbers. That's why we talk to the legend. Legend, who do you like and why tonight?
Phil,
yeah.
famous quote of Joe Pesci from the movie Casino. Let the whacking begin.
Whacking or wackos? Which one is it? I think I'm a wacko. I don't know if I'm whacking, but I remember that line. Yeah.
Lovie Smith got it today, and Gus Malzone from Auburn.
Lovie Smith
was in
Where
Illinois.
Was he? Okay, he got fired?
Yeah, and Gus Malzone from Auburn after 8 years got whacked.
Oh, man. It's like what you've done for me today, right?
True.
What's the odds on the, I guess they call him a head coach, of the New York Jets. I'm surprised he hasn't already been fired.
Yeah, he came out as a top dog from the beginning, and he hasn't got whacked yet.
Yeah.
But as you did mention, there is a big game tonight in Cleveland. Baltimore was a -3 favorite. Under and over is 45.5. And I guess because of the first meeting, Cleveland got thrashed 38-6. But since then, Baltimore has lost 5 out of 11. Cleveland has won 9 out of 11. The Ravens are 8-2 straight up, 7-3 against the spread. But that's with the last 10 against the Browns. But I do like the offensive line for Cleveland. So
Yes, I do too.
I'm going to give you a score of 30-19 Cleveland.
By the way, I just threw you out at second base. You tried to steal on me. Maybe. What's the Ravens' record on Monday night? Bet you don't have that stat, do you, Bobby?
I don't. I didn't dig that one out for you.
Ah, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, yeah, it should be a good game. Then we also have a game later in the week, and I don't think we'll talk until Friday.
I'm calling. I'm calling this the Bill DeFabio no-nonsense game.
Oh boy.
This is the L.A. Chargers against the L.A. Raiders in Las Vegas. The Chargers are 4-1 against the spread. The last 5 road against the Raiders. So, with that in mind, the Raiders are due to. It's the time of the year to mess up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 26-24 San Diego.
Now, this is a big game for both teams, right?
Well, the Raiders have more impact on this game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. You know what I marveled at yesterday? We'll talk about the Steelers later at 12:35. Ray Fittipaldo is somewhere between Buffalo and Pittsburgh. So I said, when I call you, just pull off the road. I'll keep you on for a few minutes. He says, I can do that. And, he didn't fly. He drives. I mean, I'd drive to Buffalo, too. By the time you take an airplane and that and get checked in and everything, you may as well fly, right? It's just like when the Steelers used to go to Cleveland on the plane, found it better to go on the bus. The sandwiches were better. The hoagies were bigger than the bus that they fed us, but that was a long time ago. But it should be very interesting talking about the Steelers. But what about yesterday? Here you have maybe the best player in football, okay, Patrick Mahomes. He does not have a good day. 3 interceptions, okay, but they still find a way to win. They're just remarkable what they have done this year because there's a couple of games where they could have lost, Mr. Legend, but they pulled it out.
Speed kills.
Yeah. And he does something that I don't see Ben Roethlisberger doing. I think Ben's taken upon himself to run the offense. If you notice, when you watch Patrick Mahomes and he goes over to the sidelines, he talks to his offensive coordinator, who should have been a head coach in the NFL years ago, Eric Bieniemy. He talks to him and he talks to Coach Reed, and together they come up with a game plan. You ever see Ben going over and talking to coaches? Every once in a while he does, but then he walks away like shaking his head. I think there's a problem there. It's too much Ben, and he's putting it all on his shoulders, and it shouldn't be that way. But that's a conversation coming up later.
I just pulled my stepson aside and told him who Eric Bieniemy played with and what college he played at.
Colorado, right?
Colorado with Cordell Stewart and Michael Westbrook.
Yep.
Remember the Hail Mary?
Yep. Was that the year of the band, too? When the band was on the field? And somebody ran through the band?
At California.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Cordell Stewart that threw that ball. Okay, whatever.
I got some championship odds for you, by the way.
Oh, that's this week. This is weekend. Oh, boy, you're going to be busy on the show Friday. Oh, I better write that down. Keep you on for 4 hours. Oh, we're only on for 2.
You got some Saturday afternoon NFL games too.
Yeah.
Got a doubleheader.
What are the early odds for? Let me see if he's here, Mr. Notre Dame. I don't want to give him too much time. You know how much I don't like Notre Dame. I mean, I don't dislike them. Is Biff here? No, he's out to lunch. Okay. Give me a minute. Clemson and Notre Dame, what are the odds?
Okay, the odds opened up at -7. They're up to 10 now.
Ooh. Wow.
I got Florida. I got Alabama playing Florida. By the way, that Florida LSU game was unbelievable on Saturday.
Yeah, what was it with the shoe? Something happened with the shoe.
Well, the kid from LSU leaped over a player, and his shoe came off. So the one player from Florida picked it up and threw it, and that's when they threw the flags. Cost them the game.
Yeah, Florida's playing who? Alabama?
Alabama.
Oh, Alabama's got to be heavy-duty favorite by double figures, right?
Yeah, they were. It opened up at 14. Now it's up to 17.
Okay, let me ask you this, Legend, because you study this 24/7 because you don't have a life. If Florida upsets Alabama, will Alabama still be in the playoff scene?
I say they will.
Yeah, I do too.
They're just motoring everybody.
Yeah,
they're running over everybody.
I think their Heisman Trophy winner. This year's Heisman Trophy winner is going to come from Alabama.
I'm saying either the quarterback or the receiver.
Yeah, what are the odds
maybe
on
even the running back?
Yeah, one of the three. Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be everyone's number one pick, but I don't think he's going to win the Heisman.
No, he had sat out too many games because then you had the kid from Florida, the quarterback for Florida, but he blew his chances on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the Big Ten. Northwestern and who?
Ohio State.
Oh, yeah. Ohio State got to be a big-time odds on this. Let's see.
Yeah, it came out at 19. It opened up at 19.5 on this tilt. It's actually 21 now.
Wow.
And I have Oklahoma and Iowa State.
Iowa State?
And Oklahoma was -4, but it's now up to 6.
I like Iowa State. We hardly ever talk about Ohio State in the postseason because they're not very good. Oklahoma, you know what? I thought that was going to be a great game, Oklahoma at West Virginia, but they didn't play. Lola and I were looking, now Lola's a Michigan person, okay? But we were looking forward to Ohio State beating Michigan so Mr. Harbaugh would get fired. Is there odds on when and if he might be fired? There's odds on everything. How about a coach being fired?
Rumor has it that Jim Harbaugh is going to sign a 3-year extension.
Ugh. Lola just passed out. She's on the floor. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. I guess he's a good recruiter, and even though he's never beaten Ohio State, I don't know if he ever will, it's a big-time school. You get big-time recruits. Yeah, whatever. But I think it's time for him to move on. Maybe he could be John Harbaugh's assistant coach. How about that? 2 Harbaughs on one team. Those will be boring media conferences. Of course, everything is Zoom, Have you done anything on Zoom yet? Or Boom or whatever?
No, I haven't. I haven't done any of that Virtue or
yeah.
Like I told you before. I'm lucky I have voicemail and text message on my phone.
Yeah, and I think you still have rabbit ears in the living room for your TV, right?
Channel 13 with the snow.
Yeah, and the aluminum foil. We used to do that on our rabbit ears,
Still have a dial phone.
Yeah. Oh, I do downstairs. Yeah. And you know what? We didn't have remote control in the 50s and 60s or 70s. We had to get up and change the station. We had to exercise a little bit from the couch to the TV set. Now you relax with a beer, popcorn, pizza, and just go click, 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 click. Yeah, okay. Hey, do you have early odds on the Steelers and the Bengals?
I don't, unfortunately.
That's okay. I know. I like putting you on the spot. You like that? You ready?
I love it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
If you can't give me an answer today, you can give me an answer Friday and think about it. If, I guess it's going to happen, it's a matter of time, there'll be no more Cleveland Indians. If it was left to you, put on your shoulders to introduce Cleveland's new nickname, what would you give them? I got a couple for you if you want to listen. How about the Cleveland Rocks? Because of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You like that?
Okay, give me another one.
The Cleveland Stoners. Who gave me that, Biff?
Okay.
Biff gave me the Rocks.
Okay.
I don't know what else.
Any more?
I'm trying to think because I just thought of this about a half hour ago. Hey, how about that young lady for Vanderbilt? She made 2 extra points, right? And on that day, 9 guys missed extra points in college football. How about that? Hats off to Sarah. Great video. All the players, mobbing her and everything and congratulating her. And you know what? It was great to see her parents crying in the stands. I'd be very proud too. What a great accomplishment. Even if she would have missed, just being in there, I'd like to see her make like a 30, 40-yard field goal. But the day she makes 2 extra points, 9 different players in college football missed extra points. Hell, we see it in pro football. Where did I see it yesterday? Who missed an extra point? The Buffalo Bills guy. Could have been 10-7.
Yeah.
It was 9. Yeah.
Bass
Yeah.
is his name.
Yeah. What? Bass or Mass?
Bass. B-A-S-S.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. Cleveland. I don't know. Can't call them losers because they've. When's the last time they won a World Series? 1948. Yeah, they should have won a few.
I remember old days of Rocky Colavito and
Oh yeah.
Sam McDowell.
Tito Francona, Louis Tiant. I remember watching him pitch for the Indians in '66. They had Louis Tiant, Sudden Sam McDowell. When he wasn't at a bar, he was a great pitcher. Man, he could strike anybody out, and he was like Don Drysdale. You don't dare crowd the plate with Sudden Sam. And they ended up with Pittsburgh, but his arm was shot by the time he played for the Pirates. He played for the Pirates when Chuck Tanner, wanted old guys like, Steve Kemp over the hill, Louis Tiant over the hill. Who was the guy who didn't talk to reporters? George Hendricks over the hill, But it hit, when he was with the Cleveland Indians, Steve Hargan was another good guy that they had in that trio of 1966. How about that? Steve Hargan, Louis Tiant, Sudden Sam McDowell. I think they finished 566. But you know what? I enjoyed going to Municipal Stadium. You knew you were by the stadium. If it was 10 miles away, you would see the Indians logo. That was so cool, especially at night when you're leaving. But times are different right now. Have you come up with a nickname?
I like the first one. You got to do something with the
Rocks.
Rock and Roll Hall.
Yeah, the Cleveland
Yeah.
Rocks. Yeah. Can't they're by the lake, but you can't call them Lakers.
It reminds me of my hometown, McKees Rocks. There you go.
McKees Rocks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Rocks. Yeah, I don't think anybody has that. Yeah, that'll be very interesting. I guess we won't know. I don't know. It's to be announced maybe later this week. It looks like the Indians logo will still be intact for this year, but not the next. And they got rid of, who was the mascot? What was his name?
I can see the face
Yeah.
with the feathers.
Yeah. Chief.
Wahoo.
Wahoo. Yeah. And I guess they don't have the guy in center field anymore going boom, 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 boom. I thought that brought uniqueness to the game,
Kenny Lofton,
Kenny Lofton. Where'd you come up with him for?
center fielder. I went to the All-Star game up
Yeah.
in Cleveland to see one of my favorite players,
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Yep. All right.
I had a shirt on, and they come by, and he says he was carrying his 2 kids, and he says, if I didn't have my 2 kids, I'd sign your shirt immediately.
Wow. You know what hometown the Griffeys are from, don't you?
Sonora,
And who else came from there?
Joe Montana,
Who was the great one in the Hall of Fame of baseball?
Stan Musial.
Yep. Stan the man. Wow. I tell you what, Western Pennsylvania is really, we know they put out some great quarterbacks and some great athletes, Hall of Famers, Heisman Trophy winners, but they also had some pretty good baseball players too, So, yep, Stan Musial. I can't remember if I've ever interviewed him. I don't think so. The Griffeys, yeah, done that, didn't it? So, yeah, okay. All right, I think we've covered a lot of bases. You like the Rocks. Well, if you come up with another name, I'll ask you again on Friday to give you some time to think about it, okay?
That's excellent trivia. I will find something.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't think the fans are going to vote, from what I understand. And I understand that the owner and the commissioner didn't agree about the logo thing. I don't know. But I'm not surprised. What's next? Braves? What's the team in Chicago? The Blackhawks? Okay, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to miss. I guess I got to tear down that sign and everything. But, I think I have an Indians jersey at home. Won't fit me because I got it a long, long time ago. But, yeah, Do You remember Bat Day at Forbes Field? They were genuine bats. Yeah.
I remember how little they were, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was. I'm throwing away a lot of my old commentaries. I think I've kept everything from the first day I worked at the college radio station in Boston. Kept everything. I'm throwing all that stuff away. And I did a commentary about how ugly it was when Dave Parker had to put a helmet on because prior to that, somebody threw a battery at him from the fourth level at Three River Stadium. How disgusting was that? You remember that? Somebody could have really got hurt.
I remember growing up and having Celtics shoes, Celtics socks. I had Celtics everything.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I wear a Celtics hat. Like on, what is it? What's Irish Day? St. Patrick's Day. I'll wear all green. Yeah, I got green shoes, green shirt, green no, not that. Green pants, not green pants, with a patch on it, okay. So today I'm all blue. I'm all blue today. B-L-U-E. Hat, shirt, I don't know. Hey, thanks for the odds on the games. I didn't expect that until later in the week, but I'll be primed for you on Friday. A lot to talk about on Friday, man.
I'll be looking forward to it. Thank you.
And don't forget the Kansas City and New Orleans game. Okay, Drew Brees may come. Now, what if you don't know if Drew Brees is coming back? If we don't know until like game time, how are the odds different from having Hill over to Hill and then Drew Brees in there? Will there be a lot of different numbers?
You'll know probably Thursday at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Right after the practice at 3 o'clock. So they usually post it at about 5 o'clock on Thursdays.
What's he got? Punctured lungs, cracked ribs. I wouldn't play him until the playoffs.
I never thought that he was coming back.
No.
I never.
Yeah, well, whatever. So you like Cleveland tonight, huh?
I do like Cleveland.
Can you imagine tomorrow morning? I couldn't believe it when they were 9-3, 10-3, and who knows, they could win the division. You never know.
Well, Baker Mayfield is 1-5 against the division, but Baltimore does have some key injuries, game time decisions.
If the Browns are smart on defense, and I like their defense, they don't want to see Lamar running outside because he'll outdash them, if I call it. I hope it's a good game. And yes,
I like to see Lamar get about 300 fantasy points for me so I can win my league this week.
Oh, I knew there was something in it for you. Oh, yeah, all right. Hey, thank you, Legend. We'll talk to you on Friday. Don't forget your assignment, okay?
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, Cleveland rocks. I like that. You like that, Lola?
Yeah. I mean, it's all weird.
Yeah.
It sounds weird.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like Washington, the Washington football team, the Cleveland football team. I mean, there's some
the Cleveland baseball team.
Baseball team, yeah, baseball team. But you got the Cavaliers up there. You got the Browns. At one time you had I think a National Hockey League team called the Cleveland Barons. There you go. How about the Cleveland Barons for football? Huh?
Football?
I mean baseball, yeah.
No.
No?
No, I don't like that.
You don't like it?
Rocks is better.
Yeah, I do like it too, yeah.
And then they've already got a theme song built in.
Yeah.
Cleveland Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Coochie Coo, wasn't that a song? Rock and Roll Coochie, I don't know. I have no idea. I really like the Indians, it's whatever. But, these are different times. Times have changed. People have changed. And whatever. I'll go with the flow. As I'm getting older, I don't argue anymore. I don't want controversy. I just go with the flow. And soon I'll be floating out of here, okay, at 2 o'clock. But until then, we're going to try and catch Ray Fittipaldo. I hope he's not driving. If he is, I'm going to ask him to pull off the road because he should be almost home in Pittsburgh. And I'll only keep him on a few minutes. We'll talk about that game. There were 2 games last night. First half, second half. First half, I'm saying, boy, Josh Allen stinks. Second half, wow, this guy's okay. And we'll talk about that with Ray Fittipaldo of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And he's on a lot of radio stations, too. I'm glad he's with us, okay? Looking forward to his input on last night's loss, the second in a row for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll be back right after this on AM 1600.
Toyota-thon is on, making now the best time to visit your Toyota dealer and to save big on the car, truck, or SUV you've been dreaming of. Like a 21 4Runner or a 21 Tacoma, both with $1,000 cash back from Toyota. Take $1,000 back on a 21 gas model Corolla or $1,500 on a hybrid. Or check out a 21 RAV4 with available all-wheel drive, now with $1,000 cash back. Or a select model 21 Highlander and take up to $1,500 cash back. Take $2,000 cash back on a new 2020 gas model Camry or $3,000 on a hybrid model Camry. Visit buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals, to check out inventory, build your own Toyota, and to find a dealer near you. All to help make buying or leasing your next Toyota easy and affordable. You can take cash back or apply toward down payment. Offers exclude TRD Pro models and hybrid offers vary. See your dealer for details. Toyota-thon is on, so hurry. Go see your Toyota dealer today. Offers end January 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
You might not be able to spend the holidays with family this year in person, but we can all still go home. Tune in to WTRF on December 18th at 7 p.m. for Home for the Holidays, a loving, living local holiday special presented by Wheeling Hospital. We'll reflect on the great holiday traditions of the Ohio Valley. Santa will read letters from local children, and we'll talk about the safe holiday memories you can make this year, plus more, including opportunities for you to win prizes while you watch. Join 7 News in staying home for the holidays.
The original Undo's in Benwood is the perfect place to enjoy the big game, great food, and the company around you. The outdoor patio is the best kept secret in Marshall County, featuring plenty of big screen HD TVs, an outdoor beer garden, and NFL and MLB packages so you don't miss a second of the action. With the holiday season fast approaching, don't forget about Undo's Catering. Perfect for holiday parties, family gatherings, conferences, weddings, or any event large or small. Check out undos.com for menus, specials, entertainment, and more. Undo's Family Restaurants, family owned since 1953.
CA House Music has all the gear to make your music legendary. With all the best gear, including Fender, Epiphone, Yamaha, and more, CA House will have you rocking in no time. Get the most for your money with everyday low prices. And we meet or beat internet pricing. Play before you buy and let our product specialists help you pick out the instrument that's right for you. CA House Music, supporting local musicians since 1872. Play music for life.
A serious injury from an accident can be just the start of your worries. What if you cannot return to work? How do you take care of your family if you're disabled? At Gelner Law Offices, we represent seriously injured people and understand their problem. We know how to get you fair compensation. We will work hard to make sure you get the money you deserve for your losses. Don't go it alone. If you're hurt in an accident, call us at 304-242-2900 or visit us at gelnerlaw.com.
We'd like to help.
Does your company's website work for you? Is it helping attract new clients and improving your brand awareness? If not, or you don't know, contact the team at Omni Strategic Technologies. With expert web developers, they build amazing web experiences that help their clients perform better. Contact Omni at 304-242-7600 or visit them at www.omniperforms.com.
It's that time of year again where you need to get your packages out to your loved ones just in time for Christmas. So let Spry's Mail Center Plus help you with all your shipping and packing needs. Choose from UPS, FedEx, DHL, and the United States Postal Service. Spry's Mail Center Plus also handles copying, faxing, mailbox rentals, and other business services. Located at 953 National Road in the Woodsdale Plaza next to Papa John's. So stop in this holiday season and let Stacy and her staff treat you like family, or give them a call at 304-232-1885.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the watchdog trusts.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. Kanawha County Sheriff Mike Rutherford says a tragic discovery was made in an Elkview area home late Sunday morning. 4 members of a family found dead.
2 adults and 2 children, one approximately 12 years old, the other one approximately 3 years old.
Detectives made quick work of the crime scene. They've already charged a juvenile with 4 counts of first-degree murder. His name has not been released. The murders occurred in a house on Cemetery Hill Drive. Neighbor Samara Mullins says it's just another tragedy associated with 2020.
It's just more stress, you know, we're dealing with the COVID and, and it's just more kind of, in a way, bad news.
Last week in Kanawha County, there was a funeral for slain Charleston police officer Cassie Johnson and an explosion at the chemical plant facility in Bell that claimed the life of worker John Gellenwater. The wife of Chuck Yeager, Victoria Yeager, tweeting over the weekend that there would be a memorial service held in Charleston on January 15th. She said it would be open to the public. Yeager, the Lincoln County native, will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. He died last week at the age of 97. You can read more about his wife's tweet in a story posted today at wvmetronews.com. The latest coronavirus numbers from the state of West Virginia coming out this hour, and the latest from Governor Jim Justice on the ongoing pandemic, expected during his next media briefing. That's set for 11:30 this morning at the Capitol. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. There are 4 drawings between this Thursday, December 17th, and March 2nd for prizes for those high school seniors in West Virginia who complete their FAFSAs and Promise Scholarship applications. The Education Alliance is sponsoring the Cool Cash contest mainly because applications for Promise are way down this year because many kids aren't in school because of COVID-19. It's snowing in the state's highest elevations today, and some will be getting measurable snow from this storm system. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
The Legislative Watchdogs, the group that secretly negotiated the cookies and milk clause into Santa's contract.
Where's the cookie?
Tune in Wednesdays, 9 to 10 a.m., only on The Watchdog.
Well, we watched again a lot of the wide receivers on the Steelers. I don't want to mention names. If you didn't watch the game, there was a few drop passes. And you know what? Maybe they're better dancers than they are trying to catch a football. What do you think, Ray? That was our intro song, Let's Dance. I don't know what to figure. Well, I don't know how to figure out this team. I don't know what's wrong. I know you can use the excuse, would they have 3 games in 5 days or 10 days or whatever? They're beat up, but they played well the first half, and I think somebody got smart in that Miami locker room because in the second half, you know, they double-teamed 97 Hayward, and they seemed to, you know, make adjustments. Maybe that's why at halftime. But I don't know what to figure for this team, and I don't know if they can get better, but I think they can get worse. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Bill, I thought the defense played really well for most of that first half. I mean, I thought for the second week in a row they should have had a shutout at halftime. If you look back on that Washington game, the referee screwed up spotting the ball. Gave them 3 points. You know, and yesterday was kind of the same thing. You know, they get a field goal at the end because of the roughing the passer penalty, and then you know has that pick six. I mean, I don't know what the defense can do anything more. You know, I second half they were just worn down. They're getting no help from the offense. So to answer your question, I don't think there's anything that they can do to fix this offense right now. I think they probably have to invest a lot of draft picks in their offensive line, probably in a running back, and you know they're going to have to see if they can tinker with it before the playoffs get here. But I really don't have any hope that things are going to change all that much.
Maybe the veteran linemen have the Ramon Foster disease. Too old. I don't know.
Too old. Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been talking about that to you for years. They're Pouncey is 30. I think DeCastro is 30 or 31. Villanueva is 32. I mean, yeah, it's time to move on from some of those guys. Villanueva is not going to be back. His contract is up. DeCastro and Pouncey have 1 more year. We'll see what happens. It would be out of character for the Steelers to cut those guys because I think they have a lot of respect for those guys and what they've done. But, yeah, what you said, Bill, it's kind of obvious those guys aren't the players they used to be either.
And neither's Ben, right? We got all excited for about 7 or 8 weeks, and then all of a sudden, I think maybe some of the teams are catching up to those 3 or 4 yard passing receptions. You know what I mean? Certainly,
Yeah.
the Buffalo defense made some adjustments yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or last night, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, from the very beginning, Bill, I think in order for this to work, you had to surround him with a good running game. Late in his career, he should be living off play action, and the breadth of this offense shouldn't be on his shoulders. But here we are. I know it didn't happen yesterday. I think yesterday was only 37 attempts, but he was throwing the ball 50, 55 times in that stretch, the previous 3-game stretch. I mean, you can't ask a 38-year-old quarterback coming off elbow surgery to carry your offense, but because they've ignored the line and the running back position for so long, that's kind of the position they're in.
Yeah, I think he's running the show on offense, and I'll tell you why. How many times have you seen, and I watched it 3 or 4 times in the early game, Kansas City and who did they play? I forgot.
Miami.
When there was like maybe a 3rd and 6 or whatever, you would see Patrick Mahomes go over to the sideline, talk to Eric Bieniemy, who should be a head coach. He should have been years ago. I think he'll have a job this year, but a head coaching job. He's so good. I remember his days in Colorado. And also Andy Reid, the 3 of them would talk, I don't see Ben doing that with any of the coaches. Every once in a while I see him talking, to the quarterback coach or Matt Canada or whatever, and he'll walk away maybe shaking his head. It's like he's calling the shots when maybe somebody else ought to be calling the shots. Have you noticed that?
I haven't noticed yesterday. I mean, we were in the end zone watching the game kind of far away, so I didn't get to see that interaction like the fans did on television. But, yeah, Bill, it's obvious no one has any answers, right? I mean, if they had answers, they wouldn't be scoring 19 points, 17 points, and 15 points they have the last 3 weeks. So it's kind of obvious that they're kind of searching right now for something positive, and there was nothing that happened in that game yesterday that gives me any hope that things are going to change. I mean, they're going to go play a bad Cincinnati team next week. If they lose to them, I mean, the season's over. But I don't have any confidence that right now you think they could beat the Colts at Heinz Field?
No.
You think they could beat the Browns in Cleveland?
That'll be tough, too.
Yeah.
The Colts have a good defense, but sometimes you don't know what Colt offense shows up,
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but I mean, the Steelers are 11-2 right now, but instead of playing like the number 2 seed, they look like the number 12 seed.
Yeah, and if the Browns win tonight, they're close to, maybe overtaking the Steelers. I don't know. It's all crazy, I really enjoyed, first of all, in the first half, at halftime, I said, well, Josh Allen is just, he's going up against a good team. He stinks. And then in the second half, he just, after making some adjustments, pinpoint accuracy, I think he made, 10 in a row completions? He's the real deal. 24 of 43, 2 TDs, 1 interception. And, of course, Ben with the 2 interceptions. Kind of costly, but whatever. Hey, did you ask any questions to Cam on Zoom after the game?
I didn't get a chance to. They ripped through those guys pretty well.
Yeah,
but,
he sounded like he wanted to really just blast out and say, what the is going on here, I imagine he might have been a little bit explosive in the locker room, and that's what, of course, we don't have that opportunity to go in the locker room, so I think we're missing out on some good stuff. But he was not a happy trooper. And I don't blame him.
Anyone on that defense, Bill, I mean, that offense, it's dragging them down too. I mean, it would be one thing if the offense wasn't scoring, but they were possessing the ball, they were moving the ball. But they're putting the defense in so many bad situations that it just doesn't work. And early in the season, Ben was making a few plays. They were winning close games, but it's completely falling apart now. And I don't know. They got to hope that the coaches can figure something out. Soul-searching time here, but it doesn't look good here heading into the final 3 games of the season.
Well, maybe Tomlin shouldn't have had him practice in pads on Friday. What do you think, huh?
Hey, listen, they can go out there and practice in bare feet. I mean, they can go out and hold a 1970 style 2 a day. I don't think it matters. They just don't match up personnel-wise. They can't run the ball. These are all issues, like I talked about at the top,
Yeah.
that have to be fixed in the off season. I don't think this is anything that can be fixed in season. I think it's broken, and I think they're powerless.
James
to
Conner
try and fix
history.
it.
James Conner history. Juju history.
Yeah, James Conner's definitely history. Villanueva's history. I mean, Juju's probably their best receiver. I mean, are you not going to have? You still got to put a product on the field next year.
Yeah.
Listen, this is all dependent on whether Ben comes back, and there's a $41 million cap hit that they got to absorb. So
yeah,
they're in a bad way. I mean, Kevin Colbert and those guys, they're just praying that they can get their act together and go make a decent playoff run, because if this completely falls apart, Bill, then it's just going to make their offseason all that much more difficult.
How about Juju playing a role of Baker Mayfield? Remember when he took the flag and stepped on the Ohio State logo?
I do. I remember that.
But Juju should know better than that. Why make the other team upset?
Yeah, I mean, he does it every game.
Yeah, he did it in Dallas, didn't he?
He did it in Dallas. He puts it on his social media, TikTok, or whatever. I mean, I know the Bills kind of said what they had to say after the game. God bless them. But listen, the Steelers let him do that stuff. If there was any leadership in that building or in that locker room, somebody would tell him to knock it off. But obviously, no one wants to do that. So
I
it is
got
what
it.
it is.
I got it, Ray. I got it. He's got the AB disease. AB would do something like that, I think. I don't know.
I think AB, you know what, Juju still says all the right things to us. I mean, all that nonsense he does before the game, it's nonsense. It's stupid. But listen, if he went out there and caught 10 passes for 150 yards and the Steelers won, no one would talk about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
I don't know. That's I don't agree with it. I think it's dumb that he does it, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, he better not do it in Cleveland. Do they have the logo in the center of the field? Is it a helmet? I'm not sure.
I think they do. But he does. I was going to say, Cleveland, they're allowing fans. So he would have to worry about the dog pound. So there were no fans in that stadium last night.
Well, you know what? In Cleveland, if they throw dog bones at the wide receivers, they'll drop them. I'm serious. I know what the wide receivers need. You don't remember a guy named Fred Biletnikoff when he used to put stickum on his hands.
Yeah, Lester Hayes, the cornerback. Yeah, that's what they need.
Yeah, so suggest that to the wide receivers when you do the Zoom interviews. Are you ready for some fake sports? We got fake news. This just in. Boomer Esiason's coming out of retirement, and he'll start for the Bengals Sunday. How's that?
He might be better than Ryan Finley or whoever else they're going to throw back there. So why not Kenny Anderson?
Yeah, is he older? Yeah, he's older than Boomer.
He's older. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just. I think we've seen this before. This doesn't happen this year or last year or whatever, but we've seen it before. And I think it was Chuck Noll said it's how you finish the season, not how you open the season. And when the Steelers were like 11-0, people were betting and they're going to go all the way and everything. And Larry Zonka, he's not going to be celebrating. He's still celebrating. Those 72 Dolphins are still celebrating.
Yes, they are. They popped the champagne and it's still flowing.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. And I become, I was a Josh Allen fan before the game. I felt uncomfortable for him at the first half. But you know what? There's a reason why there's halftime. Guys can rest and you can make adjustments. And I think the Bills did a great job of making adjustments. So it's going to be interesting. And I can't see them losing to Cincinnati. But I said the same thing with the Washington football team. No way Washington's going to come into Heinz Field and win. And they did. So who knows? Who knows? Well, Ray, by the way, I saw Chris Collingsworth. He had a nice plate of wings in front of him. Is that what they fed you in the press box?
No, we had turkey on white potato chips and an orange. So
that was your lunch?
That was the lunch. And cookies. They had cookies.
Was Joe Starkey with you?
No, it was just myself and Jerry Dulac, so just the two of us.
Okay, I was going to say, because Joe's from Buffalo area. I think did he go to Buffalo University or whatever? I don't know. But he always,
Yeah, one of those schools up there.
But he was, always talked about the great wings up there. And I'm thinking, well, with the media, when you go to Baltimore, you got the crab cakes, right? I used to take a big bag with me to put my tape recorder in, but I would stuff a couple crab cakes in that bag for after the football game. Can't do that anymore. And I'm thinking, you're in Buffalo, at least they could serve you some garlic Parmesan wings. And you had, what, a turkey sandwich, an apple, and chips?
That's it.
Oh, and you sat in the end zone?
They sat in the end zone. I think they put the rich people in the old press box there, Bill.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Converted them into suites,
I know I didn't give you this assignment, but if I talk to you later in the week, or we'll talk on Monday because it's a Monday night game. By the way, it's a short week for the Steelers next week.
Well, they get a long week this week, so maybe they could get their heads in the classroom and study a little bit, huh?
Yeah, maybe they'll pull James Harrison and fall asleep too. How about this? I guess the Indians logo is going to become history. When, I don't know. It's TBA. But how about this for a nickname? All right, it wasn't my idea. It was our production director. Well, he's got 5 jobs here, Biff Leonard. How about the Cleveland Rocks? Like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Oh, rock and roll.
You
Okay.
like that?
That's not bad.
Yeah, they're by the lake, but you can't call them Lakers, So between now and the next time we talk, come up with a unique nickname.
Okay, that'll be my homework assignment for next week.
Well, I got to give you some kind of assignment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All
there
right.
you go.
Hey, stay safe. Keep in touch. All right. And we'll figure this out. I want you to ask to all the wide receivers to use Stickum. Is that allowed?
I will do my best this week on the Zoom calls.
Yeah, stick them on their hands. And also the offensive linemen, put Vaseline on your jerseys. That's what the Oakland Raiders did with the Steelers when the Steelers played in Oakland,
There you go. They got to do something.
A little bit of Vaseline goes a long, long way. We'll figure this out, me and you, Coach. How's that?
All right, Bill. Have a good week. I'll talk to you.
And we don't need Ben to call all of our plays, right?
No, we don't.
All right. Thank you, Ray. Have a safe trip home.
All right. See you, Bill.
Yeah. I think, and I said it before, I think Ben's one of the problems. He wants to do it his way. Yeah, you need a running game, first of all. And he's not like Josh Allen. If it's 4th and 1 or 4th and inches, you got a quarterback as big as Ben, take the ball from the center, go over the center, you're in for a score. But, they don't want Ben to get physical, I have no idea. Lola, I have an idea for you for the head coach of the Detroit Lions. You ready? Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator of Kansas City. I think he'd be perfect for that team. You still have a quarterback who's going to be around hopefully for a couple of years.
I know. He got hurt again yesterday.
Oh, I didn't even check the line score. What, they lost to the Packers?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Sure did.
Yeah, that's, I'd hate to be a Lions season ticket holder, a Lions fan. I don't know. You can say you look forward to hockey, but that team's in trouble. You can look forward to the Pistons. They're young yet. What's the other team, Lola?
The Red Wings.
Red Wings, yeah, they're young. Okay. But Steeler Nation, like I said, the sky isn't falling. Ben said, yeah, we're having some problems and, things aren't great now. Ben, you lost a football game. You're still going to get $35 million a year. Think about all the people out there that are sick in that, okay? We know you're out there for entertainment value, but there are other big things to worry about. People probably say, hey, DeFabio, you make your living with sports. That's right. I do. But I also think of my fellow man and woman, and I think of Lola. Nice smile, Lola, by the way. I'm glad you were smiling this morning because I know you missed me. I wasn't here Friday.
Yeah.
No, you weren't here Friday.
I wasn't here.
I wasn't here Friday either. 3 funerals in the last 11 days, Lola. Is this what I have to look forward to as I get older? More of my classmates, people I've worked with, becoming spirit in the sky. It's just unbelievable. And I wasn't, I couldn't see my good friend Jim Jefferson for 40 years because there was it was a private ceremony, just 10 family members were allowed to view Jim. So, but, I have fond memories, and I still save some tapes, air checks of me and him having some fun. And I still see that smile on his face when I went to Yankee Stadium and I interviewed and got to sit with Bob Shepard, the greatest PA announcer of all time. And I asked him to sign a baseball for Jim Jefferson, a diehard Yankee fan. And it was a Yankees game ball. And I remember he said, what do you want me to write? I said, well, I work for a very good news reporter. He said, tell me his name, Jim Jefferson. So Bob Shepard wrote, to Jim Jefferson, the best in news, your friend Bob Shepard of the New York Yankees. And I presented that to Jim when I got back from the trip, and I still see the smile on his face. Oh, but I got great memories, you know? That's life, as Frank Sinatra would say. He's gone too. All right, I'm going to be gone for a while because I have to take a break. We're going to do something unique at 1 o'clock, all right? We got Brad Dorbert. He is the tough guy, and I'm going to show Lola the guy he beat up Saturday, a former nailer, all right? DJ and Brad will be broadcasting live from West Banco in the next hour on the Variety Show, all right? Confused? I was too till I figured it out. We'll be right back right after this.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. Sleeves rolling up across America for the COVID vaccine. The first person in New York to get the shot is frontline nurse Sandra Lindsay, who treats COVID patients.
I've worked on the front lines for months alongside my colleagues who work tirelessly to put an end to this pandemic. And so this signifies a step in the right direction to end this pandemic.
FedEx and UPS prioritizing shipments of the vaccine. ABC's Victor Akendo at a UPS distribution site in Louisville, Kentucky.
So far, this mission of the century, it's off to a good start, but this is just the beginning. Some 145 locations across the country set to receive shipments of the vaccine today. It ramps up tomorrow with more than 400 locations receiving deliveries. And FedEx and UPS say that they are both ready.
Walking it back.
After reports that White House officials would be among the first Americans to get the COVID-19 vaccine, President Trump late Sunday night wrote on Twitter that he asked to adjust that timeline so those officials would receive the vaccine, quote, somewhat later in the program. There was fierce backlash, critics noting that many White House officials continued to flout COVID-19 guidelines, not wearing masks and little social distancing. President Trump also wrote that it would be necessary for some White House officials to get it. A spokesman for the National Security Council said there will be senior officials across all three branches of government getting the vaccine soon. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Electoral College are meeting in state capitals to cast votes for president and vice president. ABC's Mary Bruce.
This is usually a routine process, but with the president still refusing to recognize the reality that he's lost, this is now getting a lot of attention. So today, across the country, electors will meet and cast their votes, cementing Joe Biden's victory. But President Trump is still defiant. He is clinging to his false claims and insisting that, quote, it's not over, even after his legal challenges have repeatedly hit dead ends, and the Supreme Court handed him that crushing legal defeat.
You're listening to ABC News.
I worry about lots of things. My finances, my grandkids.
If you're 65 or older, you have enough things to worry about. Pneumococcal pneumonia shouldn't be one of them. Even healthy adults 65 and older are at increased risk for this potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. Help protect yourself with the Prevnar 13 pneumococcal 13-valent conjugate vaccine, diphtheria CRM 197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect against all strains of the disease. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with a weakened immune system may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-866-694-9300 or visit Prevnar13.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 13.
Intelligence officials are investigating a cyber attack targeting computers in the U.S. Treasury and Commerce Departments. ABC's Patrick Revel in Moscow.
The Kremlin has denied Russia is behind the cyber attack that U.S. officials say saw hackers break into multiple federal agencies, including the Treasury Department. U.S. officials have said they suspect the break-in was most likely carried out by Russian state hackers. The hackers compromised software used by many federal agencies, and experts warn it could be one of the largest breaches in years.
The nation's nursing shortage may be turning around thanks to COVID-19 and a soon-to-be octogenarian from Brooklyn.
At nursing schools across the country, applications are on the rise because of what some call the Fauci effect, an earnest desire to make a difference.
A lot of people have referenced inspiration through the pandemic.
But there's also an economic component to the altruism, says Adrian Jones of Florida International University's College of Medicine.
We've always seen that when there's an economic downturn, there's typically an increase in applications.
And suddenly nursing schools are turning applicants away. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
A woman in Connecticut thought she was a fraud victim when she saw $16,000 missing from her bank account. But turns out it was her 6-year-old son. Playing the Sonic Forces video game, he apparently got a hold of her iPad and kept buying add-ons. Apple says she has to pay up. This is ABC News.
Introducing Canada Dry Bold Ginger. It's not your grandma's ginger ale. I know because I'm not your grandma. I don't pressure you to get married. I say play the field all you want. And I drink new Canada Dry Bold Ginger with an extra kick of real ginger taste that would blow the bingo cards out your grandma's bag. I drink it while watching backyard wrestling. There's more on the line when the wrestlers don't have insurance. New Canada Dry Bold Ginger, not your grandma's ginger ale.
Chuck Severson, ABC News.
Menards has the best and brightest ideas for lighting your home. Explore our lighting showroom and find your style with over 1,000 styles of Patriot Lighting interior lights for your entire home. Like the Bee Island light with a modern white wash finish. It's perfect for any kitchen island or dining area. Get it for $199.99 at Menards. Price is good through Thursday, December 24th. Plus, give the perfect gift with a Menards gift card.
Hi, this is Erin Karenbauer. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us at Karenbauer Distributing. We are teaming up with Budweiser to spread holiday cheer with an important reminder to keep our roads safe this holiday season. Always plan ahead for a safe ride home. Please don't drink and drive. Here's to a great year behind us and cheers to a new year from your friends at Karenbauer Distributing.
Throughout the Ohio Valley, back to school is looking different. Each day, parents, teachers, students, coaches, and administrators are finding solutions to situations that are unprecedented. All of us at the Highlands appreciate everything you are doing and are here for the items you need. Visit hitthehighlands.com for the current guidelines and updated contact information of our retailers and restaurants.
Wheeling Coin and Hobby on 10th Street in Wheeling, next to the Bridge Tavern in downtown Wheeling, wants to buy any and all unwanted gold and silver jewelry. They are paying top dollar for 10, 14, 18, and 22 karat gold plus 925 sterling silver. They also want to buy collectible coins and paper money from before 1933. Wheeling Coin and Hobby is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Coin and Hobby, 304-232-8430, and add them on Facebook.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Monday, mostly cloudy skies, a daytime high in the low 40s. Will fall to about 26 for the overnight low under partly cloudy skies. Clouds, limited sunshine around for your Tuesday with highs in the low 40s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
You know what, Steeler fans? I know what's wrong with your football team. They're lost in the twilight zone. Or out of mind, out of sight, they're in the outer limits. Of course, those of you not as old as me, or what's the outer limits? It was a nice science fiction series back in the good old days. And believe me, the 50s and 60s and even 70s were the good old days. How dare I not talk about the West Virginia Mountaineers basketball team? They're ranked 11th. That could change tomorrow. They beat 19th ranked Richmond. I love those big physical guys. When they're not fouling out, I tell you what, they can beat anybody. They beat Richmond 87-71. The Mountaineers improved to 6-1. Don't forget the Cleveland Browns tonight, hosting the Baltimore Ravens. We'll have it on AM 1600 at about 8 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, I might say, the Browns are 10-3. Are you kidding me? Over the weekend, a lot of my friends, I forgot all about them, watched the Nailers on MeTV. All right? I watched Gilligan's Island and all those shows, Gunsmoke, on MeTV. I forgot all about the Nailers. Maybe that's because I was happy that Army beat Navy in football. I don't know. Well, the Nailers lost the hockey game 3-2. But there was an interesting fight, 2 minutes and 20-some seconds into the game. Brad Jobert did a number on, let me see, do I have it here? I wonder if I can get this on Facebook. Hold on here, folks. There we go. Look at this guy. He took a beating. There you go. There, wait, where's the camera? There, see? Look at his face. Oh, the light's in it. All right. And the guy that beat him up, Brad's here with DJ, or DJ with Brad. And they're talking to us live at a venue with a lot of seats, although they're empty, West Banco. Hey, DJ, what a great idea, huh?
Hey, Bill, not bad. Yeah, we've got ourselves, actually, we're in the booth that we had the television broadcast on the other day, so I've got my headset on, Brad has his headset on, and we're ready to chat.
Yeah, I got my headsets on, and I got my boxing gloves on. You ready to tackle a real man, Brad?
Yeah, well, I've been waiting a couple of years for you.
Oh, yeah, well, let me tell you who takes care of my light work. A guy named Jay Caulfield. Has he ever heard of him, DJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I'll tell you what, Brad, you know this guy, too. You were teammates, and you're beating up on him. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, well, he plays that role, too, that he was a wheeling guy himself, so it was kind of, it's been brewing for a while between me and him to see who's got the belt in wheeling here.
Well, it didn't take you long, did it? 2 minutes and 20-some seconds, and you're into it.
We talked at the red line there in warm-up, and he said, you want to get it out of the way right away? And I said, the sooner the better for me. And as soon as I got on the ice, my gloves I left them on the bench.
All right. Did he get any punches in?
Yeah, he caught me a good one. Patty's a real tough guy. He's one of those guys that just shows up every night, and he'll do it again, and he'll probably do that to me next time. He's one of those guys, so you can't let your guard down with Patty. He's a tough customer. Okay, when were your teammates? Was it last year or years before? I've lost track, and I didn't do my homework. Well, he was here before me, so I actually missed him. He went up to Wilkes-Barre, and I missed him by a year. Then he came back down, and I never got the chance to play against him until on Saturday there. So it's been brewing for probably 3 years. We were just wanting to get it out of the way, I think. Hey, Brad, Biff, he might be the president of the Nailers fan club. Well, he's also the president of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish fan club, but we don't like to talk about the Fighting Irish right now. He told me that your goaltender's what, 6'5"? Oh yeah, he's a big kid. Yeah, he's pretty athletic too for a guy his size. He can do the splits and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty wild to watch. Well, he should be tossing shutouts. Come on, Brad. Yeah, I know. Well, we had the bugs in there. The first game. It's always hard. It's been 9 months for a lot of us to actually be in a real game, and they looked a little sharper than us just because they had played the night before. So it was just one of those things. DJ, I know you can't come in, you can't do hardly anything because you guys are in a bubble, but it had to feel good that you're finally playing and you get to broadcast a game.
Yeah, that was a long time coming, and it was a process to be able to get there, to be able to have the team playing like you mentioned. I mean, there's only 13 of us that are playing. There's 11 of my colleagues who don't even get to do this year, which is wild to think about. And then to have the season members in the stands on Saturday, that's, I think, the first time where it kind of hit me that, yeah, this is actually happening. Like, yeah, we had training camp and they've been practicing 2 weeks, but it was kind of almost getting repetitive where it was like, okay, when are we actually going to feel like it's going to be a game? And when I started to see the fans in here Saturday night, and then when I saw finally a different team enter the building in Indy when they took the ice, I was like, all right, we're actually doing this. This is actually going to happen. So that was really cool.
Yep. Stupid me, you know. You're on Me TV, which I watch all the time. I like those old shows. Me TV, me wasn't there. I know why I wasn't there. After my Army beat Navy, I went to my friend's bar because he told me this will probably be the last day that we are open because of our governor and what he did. I guess, you know, bars, restaurants, they're restricted on people. And there was a lot of us in the bar drinking. I had my Diet Coke. No, I didn't. I think I had a couple of shots of Fireball, but that was about it. People say, well, how can you drink and drive? Well, I live about 8 blocks from the bar, so I walked home, I think. Maybe I end up in Pittsburgh. I don't know. But I forgot all about the Nailers, and I don't think they got Me TV in the bar. So we were watching football or something. I don't know. I can't remember, but shame on me. Here was an opportunity to watch you guys play on Me TV, and me wasn't there. Brad, does that mean I'm losing it upstairs?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're just starting to forget.
Oh.
Oh, it's all right. You got this weekend. We're back on Me TV again on Friday and Saturday, both at 7:10 against Orlando. So you got some chances there.
Yeah, how'd you arrange that? I mean, how's that happen? You know, that's not like a local TV station. That's Me TV's everywhere.
Yeah, well, WTOV9's got the partnership with Me TV, so we've got a great relationship with them, as we do all of our media partners, you guys, WTRF, and so WTOV made it happen, and we are doing the live TV broadcast, and there's some neat things, like Brad was actually one of my between periods interviews where they put a headset on outside the locker room, so we have that dynamic that we can add this year. We're doing pre-recorded sit-down interviews with players, coaches, other folks that make for interesting stories too. So it's a big production. I mean, it's definitely something that's a new adventure for us, but it's an adventure that I think is really good, and I think it's able to show our product really strong too.
Well, yeah, you know what? You'd make a great politician because you mentioned all the other media outlets, you know? That's way to go, DJ. You probably made a lot of friends because you mentioned all of them.
Hey, I mean, and when you get Brad fighting 2 minutes and 20 seconds into a game, I mean, what's that going to do to the ratings? Skyrocket.
Yeah.
Can't touch it.
Lola wants to say something because she watched the game too.
Yes. First of all, way to go, Brad. That was so cool. I've been waiting a long time to see a fight. And it was really and truly a really great broadcast all the way around. It looked good. It was nice and clean. And of course, you did a great job, DJ. But you know, it was really good to see the Nailers again after such a long period of time.
Well, we appreciate it. It took a lot of work. I mean, I'll tell you, behind the scenes, like Justin Malarkey, who works here at West Banco Arena, that guy deserves an absolute pat on the back because he was here till 1 a.m. on Friday night to get things ready for Saturday. And we actually had a buzzing noise on the video feed that we couldn't get rid of until about 2:30 on Saturday afternoon. So we were all, you know, pretty much biting our nails with about 4.5 hours till game time, thinking, oh, I really hope this goes away. So the fact that he was able to work some electrician's magic down in the sound room, like, big thanks to Justin on that. That was huge.
Oh, okay. Who's the guy in charge of concessions that works for Denny Magruder?
Good question. I'm not sure who.
Is that Ryan Tucker? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he had to be happy because you had, what, almost 500 people there or 400?
Something like that. Yeah, I know that we had 750 around that ballpark that were tickets distributed. So I don't know how many of those people came, but, you know, Wheeling fans, they're as passionate as they come.
Yep, and there were people, believe it or not, at River City in the restaurant before the game. So, you know, it's good for everybody that we have some kind of entertainment, a sporting event or whatever, so people can at least get out and enjoy themselves instead of staying home and, you know, I don't know what you do at home. I know what I'm doing. I'm clearing out my sports attic and everything. By the way, guess who found some old Boston Bruin programs, DJ?
I'm going to guess that was you.
Yeah, I almost threw them away. They were in a box with other programs I didn't want, you know, NCAA Division I championship games, because I used to get 4 or 5 of those programs. That's why I'd always bring a big, heavy-duty bag with me, so I can take a couple of extra programs to give to friends. So I'm trying to put together a nice little Christmas gift for you,
I like it.
to bring back some memories.
Well, we'll have to put something together for him. Hey, Brad?
Yeah, oh yeah, we'll come up with something.
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for a hoodie. I've asked you for a hoodie for 6 years. I'll even pay for it.
Someday Santa's sleigh will go the right direction.
Yeah, okay, all right. But yeah, congratulations. Yeah, that's the first thing Lola, instead of saying hello to me, she said, they were fighting. And she likes fights. So do I. As long as I'm not part of it. I like to start them. I don't finish them, but I like to watch them. So, Brad, congratulations on throwing the first punch 2 minutes into the game. That's great stuff. Who's coming up next, DJ?
Orlando's in Friday and Saturday, both at 7:10. So
Any tough guys on the Orlando team?
I don't know if they have anyone this year. So when that kind of happens, it's up in the air if I'm going to play or not. So they had a tough guy that got traded to Greenville last year. So I don't know if they have anyone for me, but I'm always interested to try and find a new one. If anyone wants to have one, I'm always willing.
Oh, all of a sudden you're a badass, huh, Brad?
Always.
Oh.
I like the fact. I'll send you this picture too, Bill.
No, I got the picture of him punching the guy.
There's another one that he and Patty are having a very nice, chill conversation before the game during warm-ups. Like, it's not intense or anything. It's literally just as relaxed as possibly can be. And the fact that that's what led to the fight 2 minutes into the game is fantastic.
Yeah, okay, all right. Brad, I forgot. What college did you play at or attend?
So I played in a Canadian college called SAIT, which is the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. It's a tech school. So I took something called power engineering, which is one of the engineering arms, which is based more to the oil and gas industry.
Can you spell engineering?
No.
Okay,
not
I
after
can't either. I went to Boston University. I couldn't spell communications, but I thought I was good at it,
I had for way too long to be spelling. I don't know what's going to happen when I retire.
Oh, yeah. Also, if you're a good guy, DJ, I found some college Frozen 4 programs. I think they were from the 90s. Yeah. BU and BC were not in them. But I was ready to throw them. I might give you those too,
Okay.
All right, how's that sound?
That sounds terrific.
Brad, I don't know if I have anything you'd want. Are you a Bruins fan?
Well, I'm a Flames fan. I'm
Flames? When's
I'm
the last time they won anything? The Flames?
89, the year I was born.
89? I was an old man in 89.
I was a new baby. I was good luck for him. But you know what I mean?
89. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be a Flames fan for a long time now.
Okay, all right, that's okay.
I'm not Toronto, though. As long as I'm not a Leafs fan.
At least you guys went to the finals in what, 04?
Yeah, we had a good push. Yeah, good push in 04. We had a shot at it there, so that was nice.
Well, you could be a Detroit Red Wings fan like my Lola, She's still waiting for a fight or even maybe a 500 record.
Yeah,
that's not nice. I'm sorry, Lola. I didn't mean that.
Oh, yes, you did mean it.
I did mean it. I represent that remark. Yes, I did. Okay. Hey, Brad, and, we're going to go up until the top of the hour because I want to talk to you about other sporting events. And, DJ, you have my assignment, right? I'm going to ask you towards the end of the show. Did you share my assignment with Brad?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. But I was reading, I get the Boston Bruins app. Are they going to be in the same division with Philadelphia, the Penguins, and the Capitals? Is that going to happen?
Yeah, I think so. Everybody has these rumors. I've seen a couple different alignments so you've got it's pretty obvious who the Canadian division is. Obviously, it's all Canadian teams. Big shocker. Wow. Then there's the West, and that's easy to figure out too. Hey, you know what? We work in sports, so if it makes sense, we usually don't do it. So, but I've seen a couple different alignments for kind of the teams in the middle on how that's gonna shake out. Like I've seen one where Pittsburgh's in with like St. Louis and Tampa, and then I've seen another one where Pittsburgh's in, like you said, with Boston, Buffalo, and that group of teams. So I don't know which one it's gonna be, but there could be. If it's that one where they're with Boston and Philly and all them,
and Washington, come on, that's going to be there's going to be a lot of hurt in there, man.
But then if Tampa's not in it, Tampa might just have a smooth path to the conference final, not even have to, break a sweat.
Yeah, who are they going to play? The Atlanta Flames? Oh, they no longer exist. They went to a city. Is it ever warm in Calgary, Brad? I've never been to Calgary. I understand it's cold in Edmonton.
Yeah, Edmonton's colder than us, but our summers are okay. But it starts snowing in September, and I've definitely had a few September longs with snow on the ground.
Let me ask you, what do you do in Calgary if you're not playing hockey on a weekend? What do you do? Go drinking?
No, I work at a bar. I'm a bouncer. Believe it or not, yeah, I run security at a nightclub, and that was closed, so I actually picked up a little gig at a place called One Night Stands, a little bit of a dive bar, and I ran security there.
One night stands. I've been there, done it. Whatever.
One night.
No stampede this summer, though, right?
No stampede this summer, yeah. So that hurt the wallet a little bit too for working, but yeah, no, it was decent. I was glad I was very fortunate I got to work.
Now, you seen the stampede, Bill?
Pardon me?
Have you seen the Calgary Stampede?
No, I don't watch a Canadian football league.
Rodeo. Biggest outdoor rodeo on earth.
Not football, rodeo.
Yeah.
Oh, rodeo? I don't know. That's Lola's gig. That and bull riding. She likes to, when the bull riders come into town, she likes to check out their boots and their hats and their jeans. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the Wranglers, high cut.
Yeah. Yeah. You just
Tight cut.
Yeah, tight.
cut.
So let me ask you, Brad, if you're a bouncer, right? Do you have to think before you grab anybody? Because, you know, there are a lot of people out there that represent people. They're called lawyers. And if you just happen to push somebody, you might be in a lawsuit. Are you afraid of that?
Yeah, you know what? Now they call us hosts or doormen now. We're not really bouncers anymore. But yeah, you definitely have to think before you do anything now. The camera phones and all that kind of stuff come out as soon as there's talk. So yeah, no, it's definitely it's changed quite a bit, and we have representation as a nightclub and a bar as well too, right? So it does go both ways, but yeah, you don't have the power that you used to, where you just used to grab guys and throw them out.
Yeah. What if a couple of guys grab you and it's just you against two or three? Can you handle it?
Well, as long as I get hit first or they throw a punch first, then I can do whatever I want. That's how I always work my security. If somebody decides to throw a punch at me, then I get to throw one back.
Wow.
Yeah. That's kind of, it has to be equal or less.
Yeah, you see, at River City, when we have big-time shows, I help with security. But if I get in trouble, all I got to do is look at a guy a certain way, and there's two guys just like him. They look like they're bruisers, you know. They take care of my light work. I'm a good talker, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the gift of the gab is crucial.
Oh, yeah, I'm full of gab. I'm full of something else, too, but gab I got, man, I got. So, you know, I'm looking at the division here for, like, the Penguins. Yeah, I think they'll be playing Buffalo, too. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah, pretty much most of the Northeast. Because you'll have, what, Pittsburgh, Philly, Boston, Buffalo.
Washington.
Yeah, then you'll have the New York, New Jersey group. Islanders, Rangers, Devils.
Wow.
You can't go much higher than 8. You got to have 8, and that's it.
Nice travel for them.
Yeah, so that'll kick Carolina and Columbus and Tampa, Florida, all the way down in that group down there. They'll probably be with, what, Nashville, St. Louis from the West, maybe Dallas.
Maybe Dallas leaks over, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Minnesota. I don't know what they're going to do.
Minnesota's on an island, yeah.
Yeah, Minnesota's kind of by themselves.
Yeah, they're on an island, but probably squeeze them with Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, I got Chicago, too. Yeah.
And you know, DJ, the Americans are from America. I can't believe when you said that about Canada.
Oh, they're going to, what are they going to do? The borders are so tight that you don't have a choice.
Yeah, well, travel is a big thing, you know, in today's climate. And it's not going to be an 8. How many games? 80-something or 50-something? I forgot. I read.
6.
56?
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay. Are they going to let more teams in the big postseason?
I don't know. That whole playing thing was kind of interesting last year.
Yeah. Are they going to let fans in after a certain amount of time?
There's the question.
Okay.
I bet you, and that's what we face in our league too. Like, we had only season members here in Wheeling, but I think Rapid City in South Dakota just pretty much
went full, yeah.
Yeah, they just opened up the doors and said, "Come on in."
Yeah.
Wow. Rapid City, never been there. Never been there.
Yeah, the Floridas, I think, had pretty open as far as how many could go there. So yeah, I mean it's interesting to watch. And like, let's say we had a Pennsylvania team, or let's say that if Reading played, or let's say if Kalamazoo, your favorite team,
Yeah.
played, are you bummed they're out?
Oh, I'm so mad. I wanted to play them.
Why'd you want to play them? So you can kick some butt?
Well, you know what? I'll leave him nameless, but he got traded, so I'm probably going to see him this year in Toledo anyways, and I've been wanting a piece of him for 2 years.
Who do I put my money on?
Oh, it's a safe bet. Put your money with me. He'll get a licking with.
Have you ever lost a fight? Have you ever got the crap beat out of you?
Oh yeah, always. Yeah,
okay.
It happens.
All right.
It happens.
Because Jay Caulfield does, he does my light work, but I don't think he wants to come to Wheeling. So Lola has committed to me to take care of my light work. You want to go up against Lola?
I don't know. Like Lola's, I think she's got some attitude. She'd be a tough one.
Well, she's from Michigan. What do you expect on attitude? Come on.
That explains it all.
Yeah, okay. All right. She's a tough girl, but a fair girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'd probably lose to her because she can outdrink you.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah. I'd put money on Lola there.
Would be interesting to watch.
Is it wine night or what are we doing?
She likes Bud Light. What do you like?
Oh, Bud Light.
Yeah.
I'm a vodka soda guy myself.
Ooh, what?
Oh, vodka and tonic works.
Yeah.
Vodka and tonic.
Vodkas.
Yeah. I can see a contest coming up at River City. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do the buying. Of course, I probably have to borrow some money from the bank or the ATM machine. You'd have fun. You'd have fun having a drink with Lola, or 2 or 3 or 4. Hey, fellas, we're going to continue this conversation, talk about other things, especially a young lady who kicked not 1, but 2 extra points for Vanderbilt. She was the first to do that in college football, while 9 guys over the weekend in college football missed extra points. And we watched a guy miss it in the pros last night for, who was it, the Buffalo Bills? Yeah, guy missed an extra point. How about that story? Sarah Fuller. And then a special assignment that I gave DJ, and I'll tease it a little bit. It has to do with a nickname of a certain baseball team in Cleveland, okay? We'll do that after we take a break. It's the Brad and DJ show, okay? That's at West Banco. Here in the studios at AM 1600, it's the odd couple, Bill and Lola, on AM 1600.
Are you struggling to make payments due to an unexpected financial obligation or loss of income? Are you receiving calls from debt collectors? Are you feeling overwhelmed and unsure of what steps to take next? Then you need the experience and expertise of attorney Tom McIntyre and his staff to help guide you through these temporary hardships. Want to hear more about how Tom can help? Then call 877-456-4155 and receive a free copy of Tom's ebook, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. Tom's ebook covers many questions people have about bankruptcy and includes interesting stories about people who tried to avoid filing and people who have filed for bankruptcy. We think you'll be surprised to learn some interesting facts about bankruptcy. Call 877-456-4155.
We might not be able to spend the holidays with family this year in person, but we can all still go home. Tune in to WTRF on December 18th at 7 p.m. for Home for the Holidays, a Loving Living Local holiday special presented by Wheeling Hospital. We'll reflect on the great holiday traditions of the Ohio Valley. Santa will read letters from local children, and we'll talk about the safe holiday memories you can make this year, plus more, including opportunities for you to win prizes while you watch. Join 7 News in staying home for the holidays.
Are you or your loved ones facing a serious legal battle? The law office of Paul Harris wants you to know you aren't alone. Do you need someone that's not afraid to go to trial and fight for your rights? Attorney Paul Harris and his team are willing to go where most firms are not. The courtroom. With a successful track record in civil litigation, criminal defense, including tax issues and healthcare fraud, Harris Law Office will fight for their clients by offering the most aggressive representation in and out of court. Call Paul Harris at Harris Law Office for a free consultation. 304-232-5300.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. Can I grab you a Coors Light?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Huh. I never knew there was a zip line in my fridge. Hey, buddy! Yeah? You got 2 Coors Lights up there?
Always brewed down to 34 degrees.
With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go. 2 Coors Lights.
Awesome, man. Wow, these are really cold.
That's the only way I deliver it.
Sure, I mean, you being a mountain climber and all,
Yep.
you probably need a pretty warm coat in there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Ben!
Yeah!
Ask him if he has any nachos.
You got any nachos in there?
No.
Just icy cold Coors Light?
Yep.
That makes sense. It is the Rockies.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
This is Wheeling Fire Chief Larry Helms, reminding everyone about the seriousness of this COVID-19 in our region during these colder weather months. This virus is spreading rapidly and could put a strain on our hospitals and emergency services. I am asking everyone to please wear a mask. It's important to make sure your mask covers your nose and your mouth at all times. Wearing a mask is one of the only defensive tactics we have to slow this virus down. Remember, wear a mask, stay apart, and wash your hands.
Chris DePlaga and family of Top Notch Landscaping and Supply would like to wish all their customers, past, present, and future, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bring the whole family to their lighted lot for that special Christmas tree while supplies last. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's DePlaga's Top Notch Landscaping and Supply, located at 140 Peninsula Street in Fulton, where everybody goes for their tree.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the watchdog trusts.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. Kanawha County Sheriff Mike Rutherford says a tragic discovery was made in an Elkview area home late Sunday morning. 4 members of a family found dead.
2 adults and 2 children, one approximately 12 years old, the other one approximately 3 years old.
Detectives made quick work of the crime scene. They've already charged a juvenile with 4 counts of first-degree murder. His name has not been released. The murders occurred in a house on Cemetery Hill Drive. Neighbor Samara Mullins says it's just another tragedy associated with 2020.
It's just more stress, you know, we're dealing with the COVID and it's just more kind of in a way bad news.
Last week in Kanawha County, there was a funeral for slain Charleston police officer Cassie Johnson and an explosion at the chemical plant facility in Bell that claimed the life of worker John Gillenwater. The wife of Chuck Yeager, Victoria Yeager, tweeting over the weekend that there would be a memorial service held in Charleston on January 15th. She said it would be open to the public. Yeager, the Lincoln County native, will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. He died last week at the age of 97. You can read more about his wife's tweet in a story posted today at wvmetronews.com. The latest coronavirus numbers from the state of West Virginia coming out this hour, and the latest from Governor Jim Justice on the ongoing pandemic, expected during his next media briefing. That's set for 11:30 this morning at the Capitol. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. There are 4 drawings between this Thursday, December 17th, and March 2nd for prizes for those high school seniors in West Virginia who complete their FAFSAs and Promise Scholarship applications. The Education Alliance is sponsoring the Cool Cash contest, mainly because applications for Promise are way down this year because many kids aren't in school because of COVID-19. It's snowing in the state's highest elevations today, and some will be getting measurable snow from this storm system. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
The Watchdogs built a Fabio, the only person to make both Santa's naughty and nice list, because he's really good at being really bad. Listen to Bill and Lola spreading Christmas joy. Weekdays 12 to 2, only on The Watchdog.
And we're back. We have two special guests at West Banco. The building's practically empty, but the two gentlemen in the press box are still with us, Brad and, of course, DJ. You guys still around?
We're still here. They're actually working on putting some more dashers on the ice. I'm waiting for the big Bill DeFabio picture to go up on the boards.
You won't see that. You won't see that.
No?
Nah, I don't think so. It's not necessary. It's
Okay.
not I'd rather see Lola up there holding a bottle of Bud Light. Hey, that'd be a great promotion. I should call our buddies at Bud. How about
They're
that?
putting the behind the net so they could have you as target practice during like warm-ups or something.
CJ, I will be talking. DJ, I'll be talking to you after the show, okay? You have to walk by the station, don't you? You better bring Brad with you.
I guess I might have to.
Yeah, okay. All right, I want to do the sports calendar because it has to do with rock and roll, baseball, and Mr. Glassjaw. If Jerry Quarry was young, about 25, and up against Brad, Jerry Quarry is nicknamed Mr. Glassjaw. I think Brad would take him down in round number 1. But on this date in 1973, Jerry Q defeated Ernie Shavers, who was a pretty good boxer, 2 minutes and 21 seconds of their first round of the heavyweight boxing match in New York. Wait a minute. 2 minutes and 21 seconds? That's when you started your fight, Brad, with, yeah.
Wow.
What a coincidence.
That's wild.
Quarry broke his hand in the short fight. How about that? You ever break your hand by punching somebody's jaw?
Yeah, I've had a couple hand injuries in my career so far. Actually, I've had surgery on one of them.
Okay, all right. You guys don't remember the name. Well, maybe DJ does. I think he was the best left-hander of all time. Sandy Koufax on this date in 1954, age 19, signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers. 12 seasons, 167 wins, 87 losses, 2,300 strikeouts. He became a baseball legend. He had to leave the game because of arthritis in his elbow. Sounds like Ben Roethlisberger. You might say 19, signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers. I'll do one better. Joe Nuxall played for the Cincinnati Reds when he was 15 years old. How about that one, Brad?
That's insane. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. I wonder what the old veterans thought of that. What's this young kid doing here? Then he also became a very good broadcaster. There's one more note here. It has to do with the Cleveland Indians. I can still say Cleveland Indians, can't I? Ken Hill, pitcher, not bad. He played for St. Louis, Montreal, Cleveland, Texas, Anaheim, Chicago White Sox, Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Woo-hoo. I wonder if you ever play. No, he can't play for the Wild Things. There's an age limit there. We got to get you guys to practice at the Wild Things field. We never could do it last year because of COVID-19. And here's the deal, Brad. You bring the guys up. I can arrange that you have the field. You probably have to sign a release so nobody gets hurt and sues, okay? You're at bat. I'm going to throw at your head.
Oh, boy.
I got a fastball that's fast.
I won't be able to hit it. I guarantee it.
No.
Joe's a huge baseball guy in this group, but he roots for the wrong team, unfortunately.
Who's that?
His Army.
Oh, is Army a big baseball guy?
Army's a big baseball guy. Assistant coach Derek Army.
Derek Army, what a great name. I can't screw that name up. I
Nope.
can't.
But he's a Yankee fan, though. That's the only problem.
Oh, that's tough.
Whoa. He's a Yankee fan?
He's a Yankee fan.
He could win 15 games in a row. He'll never be on this talk show. No, I can't do that. Hey, my middle son for years, wore a Derek Jeter jersey that cost me about $95 and a chain with number 2 on it, so that's okay. And you know what? I like about the Yankees, Brad? No tattoos. No hair on the face. Okay?
Is that the rule?
No rings. Yeah, you got to be professional. Who's professional anymore? You see these guys in football dance. They stop a guy who gains 2 yards and they start dancing. They dance on the logo.
Brad would not fit in with the
I'm
Yankees
covered in tattoos.
Because Brad's got the tats. Brad's got the full beard going too right now. That would not go.
Yeah, I'm covered in tattoos with a beard. I wouldn't be playing for the Yankees.
Yeah. Juju Smith-Schuster danced on the Bills logo last night, which upset some of the Bills. Can you imagine a visiting player maybe dancing or doing something to your logo on center ice? Would you go after him, Brad?
Yeah, it wouldn't last long. I remember, was that Owens who spiked the ball at Dallas Stadium?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Like, instant fight.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, when he was at, Oklahoma or Oklahoma State, whatever, or still in Oklahoma, he took the flag and, stuffed it in the Ohio State logo, and that caused some problems. So why do that? Why upset the opposing team?
Yeah, I just find it's like it's just going to give you more motivation the next time you play. Like especially some of these conference rivals. Like why would you even give them a sniff? Just play, be a man, and just get off the ice or get off the field.
You guys don't even like it when they cross the red in warm up.
No, they don't. Yeah, no, that's frowned upon.
Or they shoot the puck in your end, right? Oh.
Oh yeah, it gets the blood going for sure.
I didn't ask you, DJ. Yeah. You didn't take a break while they were fighting, did you?
Oh heck no! I call this thing.
Yeah. Did you get excited?
Of course, I loved it.
I wanted to tell you they heard you at River City, by the way.
I was wondering because I saw. So Brad was on a line with Rivera and Tomlak to start on Saturday, and I saw Rivera with the puck, and I was like, "Oh, is Brad gonna get out there? They're fighting. Okay, that answers that." Well, I didn't even have a chance to spit it all out of my mouth before the gloves were on the ice. So I was like, "All right, here we go. Perfect."
Okay, before we get to your two assignments, you know who was born on this day in 1949, DJ?
No, I don't.
Bill William Joseph Buckner. Does that ring a bell?
That sure does.
Here's a guy that got Hall of Fame numbers and who will always be remembered as the baseball that went through his legs against the Mets in the World Series. Now, if that was me playing first base, I would have probably dived, the ball would have hit me in the head, and then I would have picked it up and, stepped on first base. I always use my head, but Bill Buckner, we had him at a Wild Things game, and we took him to the Wild Things locker room, and he talked about that play. He talked about how great it was because he played in independent baseball, and he was pretty good. Played with the Dodgers in the '74 World Series. With the Chicago Cubs, he was a National League batting champ 1980, and an All-Star in 1981. He was with the Red Sox, played, of course, in the '86 World Series. With the California Angels, closed out his career with KC. The Royals, passed away May 27th, 2019. Always will be remembered, not for what he did with his bat, but the ball that went through his legs. It happens sometimes. All right.
I can't imagine being a guy like Brad. Could you imagine, like, one play, good or bad, just defines your career? Like, everybody knows you just because of one thing.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about sports. It's scary.
All right, guys. Let's go with the top three fighters of all time.
Ooh, what are we talking here? Can it be anything, or are we talking hockey?
How about National Hockey League?
NHL, Bob Probert's number one. Hands down, he's the champion. And Ty Domi is number two because they had just their wars. And you know what? A new age guy was probably Bugard, who just passed away recently. He was just a freak, 6'8", 270-pound, like serious heavyweight, and he was probably the most feared guy ever in the NHL.
Okay, you agree, DJ?
I like that. Yeah, Bugard played for Minnesota. He was, like Brad said, he was huge. He was intimidating, and he could throw like a wild man. Actually, his younger brother Aaron actually played here. This was before I got here, but there was a Naylor connection to that.
Right, that's right.
So that's kind of cool. I kind of want to go back a little bit further because I feel like the 60s, 70s, that era doesn't,
Yeah, they don't get a lot of respect.
You had to be kind of nuts to play in that era with no helmets and everything.
Bobby Clark, the Philadelphia, when they were the Broad Street Boys, Schultz, they had, oh my gosh, Stan Jonathan. Those guys, I used to like watching those guys fight. They were, they were nuts.
How was McSorley as a fighter? I know everybody's he protected Gretzky and all that, but did he actually throw like?
He was one of those guys that could play the game because he played with Gretzky.
Yeah.
So that's why he'll always have so much respect because he was like Probert playing with Yzerman. Like those guys were, they were both so good, and Bob Probert was an all-star. Got 70 points one year and 375 temps.
Who provided protection for Gretzky? Because we know Jay Caulfield. If you touch Mario Lemieux, I used to call him Cement Head, but not anymore. Jay Caulfield would take you down. Who was the enforcer for Gretzky?
They had Semenko and they had McSorley.
That's right, Semenko. Yep, that's right. I got a great Bobby Clark story for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear it.
He was a diabetic.
That's
and
right.
When he used to play against Montreal, when he got to the Forum, even through practice or skating before the game, they would throw sugar cubes at him.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And you're talking to one of the few that got to see Bobby Orr play with Brad Park for about 10 games. They were teammates for a while. How about that, Brad?
Wow. Well, that's wild.
Put that in your whiskey sour or whatever you drink, huh?
Jeez, eh?
The funny thing too, Bill, is like it's changed a whole lot. Where I feel like in those days the guys would just go and whatever happened happened. But like you guys actually learn how to do it nowadays, right?
Yeah. Well, there's those guys back then. There was no off ice training. Like those guys were half of them were drinking and smoking on the train ride to the game, right? Like back then it was different. Now guys, it's 365. You don't take a day off. If you're a professional, like that's just what you do. You're training, you're boxing. A lot of guys will take UFC training, ground games, stuff like that, just to round out their entire fighting.
Okay.
How about one? Like they can throw both ways. They can throw right and left.
Yeah.
Me, I can run. I can't run on the ice, but that's okay. Hey, here we go. Top 5 greatest players of all time. Number 5.
Oh, we're going reverse order, son of a gun.
Yeah,
I was gonna start at the top and go down to 5.
Well, you want to do that? We'll do that. We'll start at the top. Number 1.
I mean, that's easy. That's 99.
Yeah, that's Gretzky. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2.
I don't know. There might be controversy here.
Where are you going on this one?
I'm going with Mario.
I'm going with Mario.
I'm going Super Mario.
Yep.
I kind of want to go on D. I want to get Bobby Orr in there early. Maybe there's a Bruins bias on me, but I kind of want to get Bobby Orr in there early.
I got him at 3rd.
I had him at 3rd as well. So we're
squared
I can't believe I'm agreeing with Mr. Fighter. Okay. How about number 4?
Gordy.
Yeah, I was going to go Gordy.
Yeah, got to put Gordie Howe in the top 5.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. He might even be. I might put him ahead of Gretzky because he played till he was 106.
Well, yeah, he was just, and you know what? He did it all too. Like you didn't want to go in Howe's corner.
I'm going to put him down as the greatest of all time. You agree with that, Lola? Yeah. Okay. All right. Who's at number 5?
Over Gretzky? Oh boy.
I'm going to put him over Gretzky. How do you like that?
That's gutsy.
Yeah, Mr. Hockey. That's right, though.
Okay. Number 5.
Oof.
I'm thinking Rocket Richard, which one has the 10 cups? Because that's hard to do.
Guy Lafleur? No.
Richard had 10, right?
Yeah, Richard. Okay.
Championship-wise, you kind of got everything in the top 5 there.
Yep. Yeah. Greatest coach, Scotty Bowman?
Scotty's the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Don Terry would tell you otherwise, but.
Hey, back to the fighters. If there's a top one. Hey, back to the fighters. If there's a top 100, you know who 100 would be? And you got to watch the video when he was a North Star. Clark Donatelli. I can't see him dropping the gloves, but I guess he did.
Yeah.
All right. Our final assignment. Brad, you know about this, right?
Yeah.
In a year or so, we might not have the Cleveland Indians. We just might have the Cleveland team or whatever. So I've been trying to come up with names like Cleveland Rocks. How about that? I got another one. Because of how about the dog pound? The Cleveland Dogs.
Yeah, no, it would definitely go with the city.
Yeah.
But, you might even have to go goofy with Cleveland because, they've had such a rough go.
Yeah. You have a nickname for them?
I was going to go with the Clowns and just like a red nose on their jersey.
The Cleveland Clowns. That's awesome.
Oh, that would be a hell of a logo. You know what? I bet they would sell a ton of that in merchandise.
Hey, I played a team in Macon, Georgia, in the Southern Professional League, and their name was Macon Whoopee, and they had a whoopee cushion as their emblem. And that's a real professional.
You're kidding me.
I'm dead serious.
Georgia had a hockey team? I know they had the Atlanta Flames.
Yeah, Georgia had a couple. They had Macon, Columbus had one. Columbus, Georgia. They were the Cottonmouths. There were some pretty good names down in that Southern League.
Okay. Cleveland Clowns. He's
I like that.
He's not a clown, but at times he makes people laugh. DJ, you have a name?
Yeah. As long as it's not Cleveland baseball team, like we've had to endure the Washington football team the whole year. I can't believe they didn't figure that out. I kind of like your Cleveland Rocks. There's a company that deals with a lot of minor league sports called Brandios, and they try to kind of come up with something that's really, native to that area. I mean, like you mentioned Lakers or Lakes earlier. Man, trying to think.
Toronto has a lacrosse team called the Rock.
Do they really?
Toronto Rock, yeah, in the NLL. Yeah.
Well,
the Rock in Rollers. I don't know.
Rock and Rollers.
Rock
and Rollers.
Or Rock.
Yeah.
Rock apostrophe N Rollers.
Yeah, what if it's a Cleveland Rock, and then you have Rock Johnson, who's the highest paid actor right now. He makes zillions of dollars for bad films. He could be like their spokesperson, you know?
There you go.
Yeah, The Rock.
Yeah, The
The
Rock.
man.
Yeah. Wow, I like that. I like that. That's pretty good. I'm going to stick with Cleveland Rocks. That wasn't my idea.
I like it.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yep. I hope they let the fans participate in this, you know?
Yeah.
Well, ultimately, they're the ones that are buying all the swag, so.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I like the clowns. Boy, that would be a cool logo.
Do you have to keep the color scheme, and do you keep the C?
Yeah.
Or do you go completely new? Like these are all the debates that you have in scenarios like this, like when you're doing the rebrands. Like, do you keep the colors? Do you try and keep like the red C logo, or do you just blow it up and just do something completely
totally
off
new.
the map?
Yeah, no, it's a good question.
Yeah. I wonder how the guy, and I watched him play Junior Legion Baseball in New Brighton, PA, which is located in Beaver County. His name is Terry Francona. I wonder what his thoughts are. What do you think, DJ? You probably go along with the flow, right?
Yeah, don't make waves where you don't have to.
Yep. He said you can call us anything you want to call us. Just don't call us late for dinner, whatever.
I was going to ask Brad the best team name he ever saw, but I think Whoopi takes the cake on that.
Yeah, the Whoopi was definitely
I
up
think
there.
that one's number one for sure.
I was a fire ant too in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what we got to do, Brad? I'm sure, DJ, you'll permit Brad to take some of your time up when you're on the station here. We got to go over some great names in sports. All right.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good little segment.
Yeah, like one of mine still used to play for the Philadelphia 76ers, Mo Cheeks. There you go.
I like that.
Well, you know what you got to do? We got to tell them a couple of your teammates' names this year, because there's some references to things on this team.
Yeah, we do have interesting ones.
Yeah.
Bill, we have Matt Foley.
Yeah, we have Matt Foley.
Yeah.
You know the reference on that one?
No. Tim Foley's son? I don't know.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah. That's
the river.
Yeah. What's his face? Farley's character.
Yeah.
Here's fan down by the river.
I got one for you, Brad. He played his football at Nebraska. I am hip.
Come on, really?
Yeah, I am hip.
Jeez, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
I like that.
We also have, this is one letter off, we also have Nick Rivera, which, if that was Nick Riviera, would be the same as Dr. Nick on The Simpsons.
Whoa.
That's a deep one.
Which I wasn't expecting this. I was down the other day. I was delivering stat packs, and I was chatting with Coach French and Billy and Dan, and we were talking about that stuff. And Mark, Coach French, I did not expect this out of him. He actually gave me the "Hi, everybody." I was like, "No, I was not expecting that out of French of all people. Army, yep,
Yeah,
along.
that's true.
French didn't see that one coming.
That's good.
Yeah. Hey, DJ, when you get some of those, the calendars you stick on your refrigerator,
Yes.
drop a few of them off here. Drop like 100 off, because I can sell them for $25 each, okay?
Yeah, we need to get the rest of the games added to make those.
Yeah, I know. I know. I couldn't be in your position. Can you imagine being the AD at a high school, or sports information director, or AD at a college with everything that changes by the minute? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. They don't get paid enough. That's a fact.
No, you're right. They're like the Nailers. They put it all out there on the ice. But you know what? They're happy to be playing professional hockey, because you never know when there might be a scout in the stands. Right, Brad?
That's right. We're like the fact that we're playing right now,
Yep.
definitely helping. You got to be where there's a lot of guys without jobs for sure. When there's only 13 teams playing in North America professionally right now.
Okay, Brad, it's time to make Lola mad. Ready? She gets mad when I say Sid Crosby's the face of hockey. Has he been replaced?
Ooh, I shouldn't say this because it's Pittsburgh territory here, but yeah, he has.
Oh, yeah. Who's going to kick your butt? Come on.
McDavid's the face now.
Okay, I agree with you. Yeah, I like him. Yep.
Yeah, he's in a market where it's makes it a little bit more difficult for the NHL, but they're definitely pushing McDavid.
Yeah, can you imagine if he was in New York or Boston or Philadelphia?
Well, it would be over.
It's so wild because, like, with that, like, the West, I don't care what sport it is, like, the West never gets the respect it deserves. Because nobody watches the West play, 'cause it's all late night, so everybody's like, out in the West, whatever's going on out there. Like, it's almost like you have to play in the East to get the recognition.
Dad, time up. Time's up, fellas. I got to go, or else Lola will throw a stapler at me. Hey, Brad, we got to do this again.
Of course. No, thank you for having me on. It was awesome.
Okay, I know. It's your pleasure that, you got a chance to spend time with us, okay?
I'm very fortunate.
We got to have that beer. Or else I'd like to see you have a beer with Lola, or 2, or 3, or 4, or Case, all right?
Done.
Okay, talk to you soon. Keep up the good work and keep on punching. DJ, thanks for putting all this together.
Anytime, Bill. Happy to do it.
All right. Hey, I'm out of here. Don't forget, we got Cleveland Browns football tonight at 8 o'clock on AM 1600 WKKX. Will I be here tomorrow morning with my sportscast and tell you that the Browns are 10-3? Hey, it could happen, and I'm out of here.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370